following is a presentation of the NFL on Fox. Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat bringing you Madden NFL football. I welcome you to the Cleveland Browns franchise and today's coverage of our game with the Denver Broncos. Over the past few weeks, it has become glaringly clear that the Browns have a problem in their defensive secondary defending the pass. It just seems that the duo of Joe Hayden and Tramon Williams is not working for the Browns. I think Tramon Williams is a very good cornerback, but is lacking some speed. Therefore, the backup, Johnson Badmosi and Justin Gilbert, are going to move up the depth chart in hopes that the team speed will improve. I know their awareness isn't as good as Tramon Williams, but as time goes on, the Browns hope that will improve. Without any further changes, let's get you out to the action on the field, and welcome to First Energy Stadium, the home of the Cleveland Browns. Today, the 4-1 Cleveland Browns hope to stay a game ahead of the Indianapolis Colts in the North Division of the AFC. But in order to do that, they have to keep on winning. The Browns have won the toss, and they elect to kick the ball. So Andy Lee is now set for the kickoff, and Aqib Talib is back deep for the Denver Broncos. He decides not to bring it out, so it's 1st and 10 at the 25, and Peyton Manning is back in the shotgun, and the first play is a pass complete to Sanders for an 8-yard gain. So on 2nd and 2, Manning hands off to Anderson, and it's a first down over the 35. So on 2nd and 7, Manning hands off to Anderson, and it's a first down and more, almost to the 40-yard line. Now on 3rd and 5, the Broncos have a 6-play drive going, and he hands off to Anderson up the middle, and it's now 4th down. And they'll kick a 51-yard field goal. McManus comes out for the field goal, and he puts it up in the air, and it's through the uprights, and it's 3-0. So now after the kickoff, it's 1st and 10. Browns, and the give is to Johnson over the 30-yard line. So now on 3rd and 4, McCown drops back to pass, and it's incomplete, and they have to punt. So 1st down and 10, Broncos. The Browns are showing blitz, and Manning goes back to pass, and it's complete to Green, and he doesn't get very much at all. Maybe about 2 yards. So now on 3rd and 8, Manning drops back to pass, and it's incomplete, and they have to punt. And after a quick Brown 3 and out, it's the Broncos' ball again. Manning sends a man in motion, goes back to pass, and it's incomplete, but there's a defensive interference penalty on Carlos Dansby. So that makes it 1st and 10. Manning drops back to pass again. It's complete to Vernon Davis over the middle for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Manning brings the man in motion and passes to Demaryius Thomas out of bounds at the 48 of Cleveland, and a 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Manning in the offset I, drops back to pass, and completes it to Sanders. What a nice throw to Emmanuel Sanders on the sideline. Now on 2nd and 10, Manning hands it off to C.J. Anderson, and he gets 10 yards, and it's a first down. Manning sends Vernon Davis in motion, gives off to Anderson up the middle, and he gets 8 yards. So it's 2nd and 2. And he hands off to Anderson again, and he gets the first down. And it's the end of the first quarter with the Broncos ahead 3-0. So the start of the second quarter, it's 2nd and 7 inside the red zone. And Manning throws to Sanders inside the 10. And now it's 3rd and 2. Manning does a little play action here, and it's incomplete. So it's 4th down. They have to kick a field goal, and it's 6-0 Broncos. Now on 1st and 10, McCown has it at the 25, goes back to pass, and it's complete to Andrew Hawkins inside the 45 of Denver. So on 3rd and 9, McCown has them in the offset I, goes back to pass, and it's incomplete. And they'll punt the ball, try to pin him deep. And they do at the 1-yard line. So Denver comes out on 1st and 10 from the 1. And he gives to C.J. Anderson. And they get a few yards. So on 3rd and 5, from the 6-yard line, it's a first down to Fowler over the 10. So on 1st and 10, at the 16-yard line, C.J. Anderson gets the call, and he's almost to the 20. And on 3rd and 6, he doesn't get the first down, so they'll have to punt. So it's Browns ball, 1st and 10, at their own 43-yard line. And it's complete to Andrew Hawkins inside the 45 of Denver. Now on 2nd and 10, McCown has them in the single back option, and he completes it to Barnage over the middle. So it's 1st and 10, just outside the 30-yard line. Kroll gets the call, and he gets 8 yards. So it's 2nd and 2. They're in the I formation this time. McCown goes back to pass, and it's complete to Johnson, out of bounds, and a first down. Now in the red zone at the 19-yard line, Hawkins gets it, and he's down to the 5. So it's 1st and goal from the 5. McCown is back to pass. He gets it to Dre, and he's in for the touchdown. That was just a simple pass out of the backfield. And Jim Dre goes in for the touchdown, which makes it 7-6 Browns. Now on 1st and 10 from the 25. Denver has a false start. So on 2nd and 15, Manning goes back to pass, and it's complete to Emmanuel Sanders over the 25, to the 28. Manning back to pass again, and it's incomplete, and they have to punt. So on first down, on the 31-yard line, the Browns have it, and McCown changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Johnson is almost stopped in the backfield and gets about 12 out of it. So on first down and 10, with 2 minutes to go, it's complete to Dwayne Bowe. 2nd and 1. McCown is in the backfield, and it's complete to Brian Hartline for another first down. And he's in the shotgun again. McCown goes back to pass, and he's sacked at the 48. So on 2nd and 19, McCown goes back to pass, and it's intercepted by T.J. Ward, intended for Gary Barnage, and if we take a look at that, it was oh so close, but T.J. Ward comes up with it. So it's 1st and 10 at the 29. Manning goes back to pass, and it's complete to Vernon Davis over the 30-yard line. And they take a timeout. So on 2nd and 5, Manning goes back to pass again, and it's complete to Vernon Davis, and he gets to midfield. So on 2nd and 10, Manning goes back to pass again, and it's complete to Sanders at the 35. So it's 1st and 10. Broncos. Manning goes back to pass, and Sanders has it inside the 15-yard line. Mark him at the 12. So it's 1st and 10 Broncos, and they take a timeout. So it's 1st and 10 with 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Manning is back in the shotgun, and a passes to Fowler at the 10, make it the 9, and they're in the hurry-up offense. Manning goes back to pass again on 2nd and 7, and it's a touchdown to Owen Daniels in the corner of the end zone. So now it's 13-7 Broncos, and with only 6 seconds left, Mostert gets the kickoff, and he gets a crease, and he's in the clear. 20, 15, 10, 5, in for the touchdown, Raheem Mostert. That was pretty, folks. Just found that crease, and he was gone. That makes number 3 on the season for him, folks. And that brings us to halftime, 14-13 Cleveland. What a wild end to the first half, everybody. If we take a look at the first half stats, we see the defense has done a good job of containing the offense of the Broncos, and the special teams has done a wonderful job of pinning the Broncos deep in their own territory, and the kickoff return for a touchdown was a plus. It would seem that the offense needs to step up their game just a little bit. When it comes to the rushing game, they're averaging 6.3 yards per carry, so hopefully we'll see some more rushing in the second half. And we'll have to see what they can do as far as holding on to the ball a little bit longer than they currently are. To start out the second half, the Browns have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. McCown goes back to pass, and it's complete to Travis Benjamin at the 35. So it's 1st and 10. McCown in the offset eye this time. Hands off to Jim Dre, and he gets to the 45. Now on 3rd and 5. McCown drops back to pass, and it's incomplete, and they have to punt. So the Broncos have it 2nd and 13 at their own 16-yard line. Manning goes back to pass, and he's sacked by Desmond Bryant. Take those for all they're worth, because that doesn't happen very often to Peyton Manning. So on 3rd and 19, just outside the 5, Manning goes back, and he gets hit by Jamie Meter, and it's 4th down. So on 2nd and 10, the Browns have it at the 44-yard line of Denver, and McCown is dropped by Von Miller. Look at that. He just came right in and dropped him at the 50-yard line. McCown now on 3rd and 16 is going to try and make up for that. And he throws complete to Travis Benjamin over the middle and inside the 35. So now it's 2nd and 11 from the 32. McCown hands off to Johnson, and Johnson gets blasted. So on 3rd and 8 from the 29, McCown is back to pass, and he completes it to Malcolm Johnson at the 10. Make that the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. McCown drops back to pass, completes it at the 6 to Duke Johnson. McCown has him in the offset eye, goes back to pass, and it's a touchdown, Browns. Andrew Hawkins, just a simple hook route, folks. And it's now 21-13 Browns. So now on 2nd and 10 from the 25. Manning goes back to pass, and it's incomplete. Now on 3rd down and 10. Manning is in the shotgun, and he completes it to Caldwell over the middle at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 7 now. Manning goes back to pass, and it's complete to Emmanuel Sanders at the 31. So it's 1st and 10 with just over 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Manning back to pass, and it's complete over the middle. 3rd down. Manning goes back to pass again, and it's complete to Demaryius Thomas at the 5-yard line. So now it's 1st and goal. Manning is incomplete. So on 2nd and goal, they'll try for it again. And Anderson gets to the 1-yard line. So now 3rd and goal. Manning, play action, incomplete. So it's 21-16. So 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Browns. And look out! It's Taylor Gabriel for a touchdown, Browns. Look at the way that he ran away from the defender, and that makes sense because it was right outside linebacker DeMarcus Ware trying to keep up with Taylor Gabriel. And now it's 28-16 at the end of the 3rd quarter. And the Broncos have it 2nd and 10 from their own 25. And it's intercepted by Justin Gilbert. Almost like it was thrown right to him. What a beautiful interception, folks. So the Browns now have it at their own 48-yard line, 2nd and 10. McCown goes back to pass, and it's complete to Malcolm Johnson, and he's inside Denver Bronco territory at the 46. So on 3rd and 4 from the 46, McCown drops back to pass, and it's complete to Taylor Gabriel inside the 40-yard line. Now on 3rd down again, Johnson is buried in the backfield, and they'll try a 55-yard field goal. So out trots Travis Coons, and he puts it up into the wind, and it's short. No good. So the Broncos take over, and it's 1st and 10 at their own 45, and it's complete to Vernon Davis at the 35. So 1st and 10. Manning goes back to pass, and it's complete to Sanders. And now on 3rd down and inches, Manning goes back to pass again, and it's complete to Anderson, and he's out of bounds at the 20. Now on 3rd down, again, Manning is back to pass, and it's incomplete. And it's 4th and 7, but they'll have to go for it because there's only 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game. And Manning is back to pass, and it's complete to Demaryius Thomas in the end zone. If you take a look at that, Dante Whitner tried to get a hand in there, but was unsuccessful. And it's a touchdown, Demaryius Thomas and the Broncos. So now on 3rd and 9 for the Browns. McCown hands off to Kroll, and he gets a 1st down and more over the 40-yard line. And Darian Stewart is injured, the starting cornerback for the Broncos. So 2nd and 11. Johnson gets the call, and he's over the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 at the Broncos 44. With 1:56 left, Mostert gets the carry, and it's 2nd and 1. So it's a nice 9-yard carry for him. Johnson gets the ball on 2nd and 1, and it's another 1st down inside the 30 at the 29. 1st and 10 with a minute 12, 11, 10. Malcolm Johnson gets the ball, and it's a first down, Browns. And after a couple of kneel downs, it's the end of the game with the score 28-23, Browns. The Broncos needed to make a stop on that last possession, but just couldn't get it done. And that was the end of the ball game. In taking a look at the end of the game stats, you can see that the offenses were pretty much evenly matched because the total offense and the first downs were so close. It was really hard to give either team the advantage in that regard. Both defenses did fairly well against the rush, not even allowing 100 yards for each team. Peyton Manning put it up 42 times and only completed 57% of his passes, so that almost would have to be considered a win for the defensive passing game. And it would seem that Justin Gilbert's speed showed up in his interception of Peyton Manning's pass. And ball management was much better for the offense in the second half because they brought the time of possession almost to even with the Broncos. The one interception marred Josh McCown's performance, but his passer rating was over 100 and completed almost 60% of his passes. Where I thought the Browns did pretty well today was on the offensive side of the ball, the pass offense. Against the number 5 pass defense of the Broncos, they seemed to do pretty well. And the defense did pretty well against the number 6 pass offense of the Broncos as well. One of the recurring highlights is Raheem Mostert in his kick return game, being able to return his 3rd touchdown of the season, which brings him to 50%. Every other game is not bad. He's even getting a little recognition in the tabloids for his efforts. Are there still any undefeated teams in the NFL? No, everybody has at least one loss. The Cardinals were the last holdout, and they have fallen. But to tell you the truth, everybody, I never would have suspected that the Browns would be 5-1 at this point. I thought for sure they would have a losing record at this point in the season. If you think I'm being unfair or giving the Browns an advantage anywhere, please write it down in the comments where you think I can make those changes so that I'm giving a fair chance to everybody that plays the Browns. Being 5-1 right now is not intentional. Looking ahead to our next game, the Browns travel to St. Louis, Missouri to take on the Rams. The Rams don't seem to be doing very well this season, and if you take a look at some of their stats, the last season in the Edward Jones Dome is showing up because they're not playing very well at all. If you take a look at the matchup stats, the best part of their game is their rush defense, which they're tied for the 10th overall in the league. The Rams are a young team, but they do have some talent on their team, like Tavon Austin and James Laurinaitis, Robert Quinn, but their weakness might be at quarterback. Case Keenum might be able to be exploited because of his inexperience, and the Browns need to take advantage of that. We look forward to sharing that coverage with you in our next episode, and we thank you for joining us for today's coverage of the Denver Broncos versus the Cleveland Browns. And until we meet next time, have a good day, everyone.